Hello, everybody, and good evening, and welcome. It is January 23rd, 2023. I'd like to welcome you to the channel. Today, we have an article from Light Reading from Mike Dano, Editorial Director, 5G and Mobile Strategies Today. And this is an article about Dish could slow 5G spending. Later this year. Now, according to one financial analyst estimate, Dish Network is comfortably on schedule in its big 5G network build-out program. However, there are some questions around whether the company will have the wherewithal to continue its efforts after it reaches the FCC 70% coverage mandate this summer. Let's go on. In a recent report to investors, the analysis at New Street Research wrote that Dish will have started construction around 17,500 5G cell sites by March, which is the figure the analyst says required for Dish's 5G signal to cover 70% of the U.S. population. Now, if anybody out there has a question about this, now, under Dish's 2019 agreement with T-Mobile and the U.S. Department of Justice, the company is required to cover 70% of the U.S. population with 5G by June of this year. The FCC has been tracking Dish's progress. However, now there's a however in this here. As you all know, I'm not a tech expert, so let's see what the however is. There are growing questions about what Dish might do after it reaches its deadline. Activity suggests whatever this is. Now, please out there, tell me what a 2H23 slowdown is. 2H23 slow, taking a breather after meeting its June 2023 FCC short clock. Oh boy. As we also consider the company is being mindful of its balance sheet, wrote the financial analyst at Cowen in a recent note to investors regarding 5G operators spending on cell towers.
9,
6, 4, 2, 1, 2. There. The Cowen analysts are not alone. The trajectory of Dish's cell tower leasing and commencements remains the biggest mystery heading into 2023, wrote the financial analyst at Wells Fargo in a recent note to raising and spending money. Now let's see what Dish is going to do about spending their money. Here we go. Dish is working to become the fourth big provider in the U.S. following the 2020 merger of T-Mobile and Sprint. The company last year met the first of several FCC managed network build-out goals by covering 20% of the U.S. population with 5G by June of last year. Now, in its company's latest SEC update, Dish disclosed that it has so far started construction of over 15,000 5G sites that, if completed, will be capable of providing broadband coverage to over 60% of the U.S. population. In the same update, the company said it scored $1.5 billion in new funding via notes with a 2027 due date and an 11.75% interest rate. Like its previous round of fundraising, Dish's notes are secured by its Spectrum holdings. Analyst Roger Entner, we all know who he is, with Recon Analytics told SDX Central that Dish was punished in its latest fundraising effort. He said the company could have obtained a better 5% rate if it had done so before the rate started rising amid a potential recession. Okay, potential recession. Okay. Now, a disagreement among analysts. In a recent note to investors, the Wells Fargo analysts wrote that Dish needs to bring at least 5,000 additional cell towers online during the first half of 2023 to reach its coverage targets. This remains a key wild card to watch, they wrote. Adding that they expect Dish to raise more money to finish its 5G build-out. But the New Street analysts offered a much different outlook. They argue that Dish's fundraising last week would fully fund the business through, though, break even. suggests that Dish is on track to reach its 2023 build-out goals. Success is now in the company's hands. Excuse me. A crucial difference between the two analyst firms is that the New Street analysts are counting the number of Dish cell sites under construction, while the Wells Fargo analysts are counting the number of operational sites. Regardless, the financial analysts at MoffettNathanson argue that Dish is now well positioned to fund the network build-out program that ought to ultimately reach 30,000 to 35,000 cell sites by 2026. But the MoffettNathanson analysts remain relatively negative on Dish's overall business prospects. Okay. We would judge the likelihood that Dish is able to build a robust, sustainable, visible wireless business to be low. They wrote in the recent history of the wireless startups in the U.S. is poor, and the company's targets, consumer and enterprise, strike us as overly ambitious. Now, let's go over to 4 key observations from Dish's 5G launch. This is another article here. This is from Mike Dano again. This is from June 21st of last year. Okay. All right. We're going to forget that. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being here today, everybody. And excuse me. And hopefully you those of you that are on Project Genesis are enjoying your fun with that. A lot of us can't get Project Genesis, unfortunately not.
Side.
So enjoy your Project Genesis while you got it, and have fun with it, and all that good stuff. So also, I just want to say there's a guy here who just did some Apple public releases. Mac OS, no release. Ventura 2.13. Monterey 12.6.3. And Big Sur is 11.7.3. Okay, whatever that is. All right. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for all that. Talk to you all soon. Take care. Bye.